Welcome to Silver Screen Breakdown presenting Grim Kutty. At the beginning of the movie, we see a little boy sleeping in a room where his mother enters the room and sees him and then locks the door of his room and leaves. As soon as the boy, he woke up, get up and open the door, trying to get out, but the door won't open because it's closed. Now the boy tried to get out through the window of his room. On the other hand, his mother was researching about someone with her laptop on her desk, where she found out that social media and the internet have a bad effect on children. How is it affected? Look, that boy went out of his bedroom window and went to the other side of the house and got a knife. Then we see that a big evil creature is chasing that boy. Running away from the evil creature, he approached his mother. His mother got scared after seeing a knife in her son's hand and asked him to get away from her. But the boy got scared of the creature and hurriedly stabbed his mother. But we will tell you the reason why that boy does it at the end of the video. Now the scene is changing where we see Hope. We saw a girl named Asha recording a video. Then we found out that she is a blogger who makes ASMR videos, but her videos don't reach much. Here we also see Asha's family. Here we see that there is a function at Cameron's school where Cameron is going to perform where everyone goes. Here everyone decided they would leave their phones at home, because Asha is on the phone all the time, because of which she can't do Cameron's performance. Then everyone hides their phones at home and goes to Cameron's school. Here everyone was sitting in the auditorium, but Asha was not interested in it, so she went out there with one of her friends. Asha's friend went there and took out her mobile and tells Asha that a girl has commented on one of her videos, because of which Asha gets a little excited. While here in the auditorium, a boy's father starts talking to Amir, and they continue the conversation. Here he talks about how the internet is having a bad effect on children and how children play a game called Grim Kutty. They have been so influenced by it that they hurt themselves. A child even killed his mother because of it. Hearing all this, Amir was very angry because his children were also using phones and laptops a lot. Here Asha and her friends are talking. When Amir comes there and forbids Asha from using the phone and making all these videos, then Amir and Sarah go home with their children. They both go home and read about the Grim Reaper on their phones, and that's it. They were scared. Then they both called Asha and Cameron and explained to them how children cause harm to themselves and their parents because of a challenge. After that, they also talked to their children about the Grim Reaper. They ask, but both Asha and Cameron say they don't know anything about Grim Kutty. Asha also said that they both will take care of themselves. Then everyone went to their respective rooms. Then Asha looked for her phone. I was watching the Friends story where everyone was talking about Grim Kutty. The strange thing about it is that all the children's parents know about Grim Kutty, but the children know nothing about this entity. Asha doesn't believe in such a thing as Grim Kutty, and after that she goes to make a toast for herself. Here Asha's mother Syra tells her husband that she has faith in her children, that they will never do this and will not hurt their parents. While on the other hand, in the kitchen, when Asha is cooking for himself, Grim Kutty came up behind him. Seeing this, Asha screamed loudly, and her parents come there, but there is no one there. Asha says that she saw Grim Kutty. Then Amir notices the knife lying below, which fell while putting butter on Asha, but Amir thinks that Asha might have used this knife to hurt herself. Amir then calls the police to his house where an officer questions Asha. Then Asha says she is making sandwiches in the kitchen and Grim comes there, but the police is listening to Asha. He didn't take it seriously and also told his parents that the kids were doing all this just for a challenge and to educate themselves. After this incident, Amir gets very angry and takes away Asha's laptop too. Asha tells her father that she will not take such a step by inspiring any challenge on the internet, but Amir disagrees with Asha, listened and took the laptop with him. In the morning, Amir calls everyone and tells them that they will keep their phones and laptops in a detox box for a week so that they avoid any such news coming on the internet. Amir keeps everyone's phones and laptops in that box, but Asha refuses to give her phone. He does so and starts pestering his father for the phone, but then Asha sees a Grim Reaper and gets scared and runs back. Then his father also puts his mobile in that box. At night, Asha sleeps with him. He goes to his brother's room and asks to give it to him if he has a laptop. At first, Cameron refuses, but when Asha scolds him, he gives one of his hidden laptop in Asha, which her parents don't know. Now Asha is searching about Grim Kutty in many ways in the laptop, but she can't find anywhere. Since the laptop was running on the house's Wi-Fi, Amir soon found out about it and disabled the Wi-Fi. But even then Asha did not agree, and at night, after everyone was asleep, he took a knife. Detox opens the box. After she takes her phone from the box, then Asha starts talking about Cream Cut in video call to all her friends. Meanwhile, Amir comes out of his room to look for Asha. Seeing this, Asha tries to escape from Amir by leaving the house and going to his room from the other side, but Kutty comes there and cuts off Asha's hand. Asha tries to grab the knife in the basket to save herself, but at that moment Grim is cut off and Asha is there. Asha's parents come. Seeing Asha in this state, her parents start to believe that Asha hurt herself because of the Kutty challenge. He tries to explain a lot to his parents, but they don't listen to him. The next morning, Asha woke up in her bed. She asks to go to school, but Amir stops her, but later with Sarah and Asha's persuasion, he allows her. Arriving at school, he meets his friend Cassidy, where he learns that Cassidy's parents have also put all their phones in a detox box. This seems strange to Asha because how could all the parents act the same way? To find out, Asha with her friend Cassidy went to another friend Oliver's house where she could get a phone and internet, but at Oliver's house the scene was different. The kids are acting weird and making fun of Kutty. So this party is named Kutty Party. In the party, everyone clicks pictures. And at that moment Asha's picture clicked. Asha and Cassidy soon take his laptop from Oliver and get to a separate room and find out about Kutty in the detox box where they learn about the girl's name Jonas. It is learned that Asha made a video call to her brother Cameron and asked him to find out about Melinda Jonas. Meanwhile, Asha's parents see the Kutty Party post on their phone where they saw Asha, after which Amir immediately comes to pick up Asha. On the other hand, when Asha came out of the party, she saw Kutty, who was by her side. Seeing no one, Asha runs away from him and runs upstairs, where Kutty chases after her and starts to hurt her. But soon Asha's parents get there and Asha soon cut herself with a knife with her own hand. Somehow Amir manages to save his son, then Sarah and Amir come out with Asha. Seeing who all the children present at the party are very scared. Asha tells her parents that Grim was killed there, but her parents don't know about it. But he didn't see anyone, that's why they don't believe his words. That's why Amir receives a notification on his phone informing him that Wi-Fi is being used at home, i.e. Cameron is using a laptop. Now Amir went straight towards home from there. Cameron takes Melinda James' address, but then Grim arrives and he's hurt. When Asha's parents returned home, they were very sad to see Cameron in this condition and Asha was responsible for it. The next morning, Asha and Cameron are admitted to the hospital. She explains to her mother that Grim is actually Kutty, and she is the one who did all of this except for Sarah. She doesn't believe her words. Then Sarah comes out of their ward. Then Asha's eyes go to Cameron's laptop hidden there. Then she takes Melinda's address from it. Then Asha gets ready and gave his mother's car keys. He takes it and leaves the ward, but then he sees Cassidy's parents there. Asha immediately went to Cassidy's ward and everyone questioned her. Cassidy tells him the same story about how the Grim Reaper hurt him too. But his parents don't believe it. Then Asha tells them that Kutty children are only attacked when their parents worry that their children are thinking of Kutty. Asha says she will go to Melinda's house to find out the reason for all this. On the other hand, Sarah in the ward was worried after not finding Asha. She also found the same address on her laptop. Then she also left to reach that address. On the other hand, Asha arrives at Melinda's house and asks her about Kutty, to which Melinda says she knows about it. I don't know. Asha asks Melinda to meet her daughter, but Melinda makes an excuse and closes the gate. Asha still has doubts, so she goes to the back of the house where she finds a broken phone and laptop. After that, she understands everything. Now Asha entered the house from the back door and reached the girl, while they're still behind. Speaking, Melinda came there with a gun and locked them both in the room. By now Asha's mother had also reached there. He asks Melinda, but Melinda says that the child's mental balance is not good. Sarah slapped Asha hard and then started taking with him because Sarah loves Asha. She was worried about Sarah, that's why now Kutty followed Asha, but soon Asha distracted her mother and then Kutty also disappeared. Now Sarah returns to Melinda's house, but Melinda now starts making excuses that she might not have done anything, but then she hears noises coming from her house and runs upstairs. He opened the door to the room where he saw the boy hanging in the air held by the Grim Reaper. This happens, but Sarah doesn't see her, and now Sarah is convinced that Kutty is really there. Meanwhile, Melinda comes from behind. He takes Sarah at gunpoint, but soon a scuffle begins between them, causing Melinda to turn her attention to her daughter, and Kutty disappears from there. As soon as the boy got out of Kutty, he kicked his mother. He stabbed Kutty. Because of this, she fell down the stairs. After this, Sarah and Asha brought this child. On the other hand, when Amir sees Kutty's search history on Cameron's laptop, he starts worrying for him. It seems that Sarah and Asha took the child to the hospital where so far many children have been injured due to Kutty. After this, Sarah approaches her husband Amir and explains to him that she should not think about Kutty and should pass out. Hearing all this, Amir doesn't understand why his wife is acting like this. Then the police comes and takes Sarah to Tosh. Meanwhile, Cameron goes to Asha and tells her that he just saw the Grim Reaper. Then Asha tells him that the Grim Reaper only attacks when the children's parents are around. Father, you think too much of him. Asha locks Cameron in a room and goes outside, where she finds herself. He saw his father there. Kutty starts to push Cameron away because his father only thinks about Kutty. Asha tells her father not to think about Kutty, otherwise she can harm us. But Amir's attention is not taken away from Cameron. After this, Asha runs out of the hospital to divert her dad's attention, and now Amir's attention goes to Asha. That's why Kutty catches Asha and Asha stabs her with a knife. But it had no effect on Kutty. Then Amir also came there and Asha was with his father. He stabs her in the leg, but Amir still follows Asha, and with this Kutty also follows Asha. Kutty hangs Asha high in the air. Seeing that Amir understands the whole thing and takes the injection in his hand and injects himself. As soon as Amir faints, Kutty disappears from there. Then Amir is taken to the hospital and now everything is fine where the movie ends here. Friends, in this movie there is an evil creature named Kutty who targets those children whose parents worry their children thinking about the horror story. So the children hurt their parents so that they don't think about the horror story. Well, with Asha and Cameron too. This is what happens. He tries hard. It was hard to make her parents understand, but her parents were not ready to listen to her. But when the truth came in front of them, Kutty disappeared there. Hope Kutty liked the story of